Here we are. It's part 3 of the 3-part series on really creating change within toxic systems. And we went through the first 2 steps, the first being awareness that you're in a toxic system, and the second being accepting it and understanding that you're the one that's going to be shifting it. I know a lot of times we want somebody else to do the work, but it's still our responsibility once we're in adulthood. And the final step is you're finally at a place where you're ready to take action, to really create change. You're at a balanced, grounded, centered point to take authentic action that works, that won't bounce back. You won't slide back into that toxic behavior. And if you do, you'll know what to do because you'll know where you are. So many of us want to take action when we don't really have the awareness and the acceptance that we need to have solid change in our life. And I am here to say that it is possible. I've walked through all types of traumas in my own personal life, including addiction, including clinical depression, including loss of loved ones through traumatic episodes, and including divorce and loss of family and narcissistic abuse. And I'm telling you, the action step came well after I was aware and could accept it was my role. Taking action means you must step out of victim. You must understand you are the one to create authentic change. It's not for the faint of heart. It's very challenging because you're changing a paradigm. Taking action, you're not just shifting your own experience, but if you look back, you're probably clearing the ancestral ties. Like for me, both my maternal and paternal grandmother said they'd never marry my grandfathers if they had to do it over again. And that scenario is played out within our ancestry over and over again. It played out in my own life. And I feel like I finally cleared that toxicity, and there's much more. So if you take a look back, you'll probably see some bells and whistles ringing because ultimately I feel we came here to clear some of that trauma, some of that old ancestral garbage that doesn't even belong, that a lot of us have been carrying needlessly, unnecessarily, and sometimes unknowingly. So it is time for action, and that can be some really tough steps. It can be going no contact or modified contact if you're dealing with someone, a boss or a family member, a friend that just will not respect boundaries, that doesn't have the capacity for empathy. You may have to make that tough choice. I've had to make it several times, and that in and of itself is very traumatic, especially for someone that's ensnared within a toxic system. So you really have to be grounded, and you really have to have a support system in place to take action that's going to stick, that's going to really make a transition. And you'll need that support for balance, for knowing, and for understanding as you move forward to a place where you will really thrive. And I am promising you, you will feel freedom like you've never felt before. You become so in the moment and so detached from the trauma and the drama and the chaos that you're living in a new zip code. It's not even the same place, but it may not happen on your own. So don't be afraid to reach out for support. SusanGold.us has tools. I'm welcoming you for a chat if that will help. And I really want to encourage you to move forward. It's been a privilege to offer this three-part series, and awareness, acceptance, and action does create authentic and lasting change within toxic dynamics. So I encourage you to explore it further with friends, with professionals, whomever you bond with. It's really important, and you owe it to yourself. Take good care, and thanks for watching.